Christian's always happy. I hope I've got the episode number of this right.
Always.
But it's time for
Never.
Joseph and everyone else to have a memory.
I forgot how long this, how much this map lags.
It do be big.
It's a Big Mac.
It's a city.
It's Big Mac.
It's delicious.
Big McDonald.
There's a very large child.
Yes. Don't worry about the large child.
Okay.
Is that the child that has been kidnapped by Joseph?
Depending on your interpretations, yes.
I love how you're able to get one with a rat on his head.
It's an odd kidnapping considering I was handed the child.
Involuntary.
And it's extra
kidnapping.
odd how it's like 3 times your size.
This is an inverted kidnapping, as in I've been given the child. Yeah.
No, the child has kidnapped you.
I'm sure that'll hold up in court.
True.
Sir, I promise you, sir, I was handed this child that I have taken from its parent.
I mean, I'm also a child.
There you go, perfect.
Yeah.
It's in his backpack like Yoda.
Baby I am.
Yeah, baby Siri.
So yeah, what happened the week before last, or the week before that? Before we get to Joseph, who's part of the story, so it doesn't get a recap.
Yeah, where I get to say, guys, androids from that Dragon Ball Z abridged section.
We were, I was having a great time running a political office, and then these guys turned up, and now there's some sort of evil in the sewer system that's going to cause the thing we all saw.
Something gave us a vision of mind flayers tearing this whole place apart and killing everybody, which, according to Newt's timestamp of the memory, is a month in the future.
And 9
So
tiny servants are currently exploring the city trying to find an entrance to where we need to go.
And we asked the gardeners, Familiar as well as Murdertha, hey, you guys are the ones running for office in this town. Do you have any adventurers or scouts or anything who can route through and around the outskirts of the town, any catacombs or anything, and notify us if there's anything weird or that out of place? But I don't think we got very far with that. So we might be doing it ourselves or with just your tiny servants, yeah. Or unseen servants, whichever they are.
I mean, you literally asked for that help 2 seconds ago in game.
I said I
I
can't remember how far we got with that.
forget. Are we with the gardener right now?
Yes,
I think
Well,
technically
yes.
are.
No, we just got out of the bath.
Okay.
Yeah, this.
Can I do something real quick?
Okay.
I return the giant sentient mushroom and go sorry. I thought I could eat it.
They just look at it like, what?
I leave.
Okay, they've now got the sentient mushroom in their hands and are very confused. They look slightly stressed again.
I mean, they've had an hour off work so far. They probably will be,
So yeah,
considering that they were a wreck when we found them.
Lumen, you.
And this is the avatar, and this is the avatar of a god. And they're getting stressed.
I fall over. I try to fall on my back if I do fall over.
Yeah, you fall forward and then do the butter thing and just flip.
Good.
I check if he's still breathing.
Yeah, Lumen's fine.
Okay. Are you okay?
I get up and I go, guys.
Yeah.
I got a message from Steve 3.
Okay.
Love
Yeah,
that movie.
Steve 3.
Is that the one that's connected to that eye?
Yeah.
Wow, it's
One
amazing
that's
that was pieced together by the players.
So yeah, he was just really helpful.
Okay.
Yeah, he told me, but he gave me a cool time turner spinner y thing. That's nice of him. Uh, I apparently someone is gonna show up with his hand in town tomorrow, so we should try and get that off them.
To clarify,
Uh,
just quickly, he didn't give you the time turner. He taught you how to do the spell.
Oh yeah, he taught me how to use a time turner spell thing.
Why does he not have his own hand?
Uh, I mean, I did ask why he didn't know who had it, and he was like, "Yeah, so I just forgot to check before doing this meeting."
No, Joseph. I made a very good joke. I said, it's hard. It's easy to see out of an eye. It's hard to see out of a hand.
True. He did say it's hard to see out of a hand, but easy to see out of an eye. Then
Unless you install an eye in the hand. Well, then I guess technically you're still looking at an eye. Anyway,
true. He also told me that the mind flares that we're looking for are under Phandelver. So we should head there after we beat up this person with the hand of Steve 3. Also, if you guys want some boba tea, he sponsors a boba tea shop, which is nice.
do we
The one that
believe him?
Via's just been to.
Yes, it literally is.
Yeah.
Do we believe
And-
him?
I mean, I think he wants to look. He wants to keep existing, and so I think we can. I think it's in his self-interest to help us right now, so I don't see why we would not trust him. At least until he's not being imminently threatened with being reabsorbed by the scarier Steve 2.
Who's
Because
Steve
there's-
1?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because there's like a hierarchy of Steves, you see. And Steve 2 is at the top. And he's like the one who's deleting all of the universes, right? But all of the different realities are sort of like what if events on variations of timelines and things. And Steve 2 is using some weird thing that's given him like infinite power to eat these realities once he's gained the knowledge of what happens in those certain scenarios. And it gives him like secret powers because no one else knows what happens in those realities except him. But Steve 3 doesn't want to be reabsorbed and lose their individuality, so they're going to help us, which means I'm pretty sure this information is relatively concrete. Like, we don't need to trust him, we just need to trust that he values his life.
Unlive.
Yeah. His continued individual thoughts. Also, if we go get the Chardalin from the mind flares that are under Phandelver and we combine it with our Chardalin, we might be able to connect to the sort of inter-Chardalin network that all the Vecnas are connected. Sorry, that all the Steve 2s are connected to. Sorry, Steves are connected to. Am I allowed to say Vecna, Andrew?
That's up to you.
Is he able to? Is also the.
I mean, I do make that slip up in character. Does it occur?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. In which case,
I
yeah.
had to double check in my head.
So I think I also now know why it doesn't. Because it would alert the big Steve 2 to our presence if we said the name Steve 2. Steve. So actually, Steve 3's probably been protecting us this whole time.
What the hell? That sentence.
But regardless, there's like this hierarchy.
This is why Via just keeps referring to him as the Lich.
Where Steve 2 is at the top, and they are all connected through a Chardalin Bluetooth network, and we might be able to connect to it if we get enough Chardlin ourselves. And
Why
we
do
might
they
be
have blue teeth?
weird magical like connection between realities that lets them like share memories and information and events and stuff, and like it gives them extra magical powers. Remember when they used it to kill like that dwarf god?
Huh?
We might be able to use it to accomplish something like smaller scale but similar.
Smaller scale and hope that you don't explode.
Yeah, let's hope we're not going to be the ones to be exploding.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
So you guys are all having to go back to Phandelver then?
Well, first we need to beat up a guy who's coming to this town.
Why again?
Because he's got the hand. And
we
he
want
told
the
me to
hand.
get the hand.
Okay. Hello, Doggo.
Hello, a dog, dog.
And so that's the summation of events.
Okay, so some guy is coming here.
Yeah.
We need to beat him up.
Do we have any information on the guy? What does
No.
he look like? Is
no,
it a he?
I asked,
Is it a she?
and he said-
Is it an it?
No,
How many legs?
I asked, did not get a like they said again with the vibe of hard to see through a hand. So we have no description of what this person looks like, even slightly. Other than
that
the slightly
seems
weird hand.
It's like a
Less
ping
than
on a
useful.
GPS.
What's a GPS?
Who said that?
I don't know a voice in my head, but
It's for tracking where you're going.
Ah, fair enough. I'm glad someone knows.
yeah, at least Samla knows. So yeah,
Any question?
that's what I was informed.
Yeah,
you
because
now
if you
know-
knew anything about what they look like, I could like help you out by having like my legion of followers like look out for it.
I mean,
but...
they will have the distinctive feature of they'll have a gross-looking hand, which is the only physical piece of their description that we know.
Okay, I'll put into the guards who like me to see if they can like keep an eye out for gross looking hands.
Can I
And
call
apparently-
all my tiny servants back, please?
Yeah?
Since we don't need them anymore.
I mean,
Maybe start a
you'll get a
hand
little bit of
inspection at the
information
gate.
from them.
Okay.
Also, Murdertha. At this same moment, one of your little gnomish friends runs up and is like, "Oh, I found you. What are you doing?"
I don't really know. Discussing a guy that needs to get beaten up.
Fair enough. No, it's just you've got that press conference in like 20 minutes.
Oh shit! Sorry. I'll be back, guys. I'm gonna go do my press conference.
Okay, good luck.
I don't need luck. We're running on the good book. We're the good book. Good book. What do I
Do you
say?
need a body double by any chance in case someone attempts to assassinate you?
Why would anyone try and assassinate me? I'm like that's only happens to evil people, right?
No, actually, it happens more often to good people.
We'll work back to it. At the moment, I'm gonna try and do this like honestly, and then if I need a body double, if I get assassinated, pretend to be me and win the election, okay?
Okay. If I want to do that, I'll need I'll take a cubic chunk of your corpse, and then I will make a simulacrum of you, and it will finish the election for you.
I mean, once I'm dead, like I don't really care about my corpse.
Finally, somebody sensible.
Yeah, like have
I
I
mean,
ever seemed to care about my physical well-being before?
Yeah,
The answer is no.
this whole adventure, Meredith has been very lax on caring about their physical self.
I know, but everybody keeps telling me that I'm not allowed to. I don't know, like
Mutilate
take
them.
things from dead people and stuff.
I know, it's weird.
Friend, whenever I die, You can take as much of me as you need.
So you've got a donor card, but just for Newt.
Oh.
And then Newt becomes a reanimator and has undead Murdertha with him.
Aww.
Franken Murdertha. Oh.
Well, that's a class change from cleric to artificer.
What?
You said he becomes a reanimator. I says that's one hell of a class
I
change.
become a reanimator, and
Oh,
Murdertha
you
becomes
become a
my
reanimator.
becomes my thingy.
Which reminds me, I need to purchase 1,500 gold's worth of powdered ruby.
Okay. Well, there's definitely shops.
Well, that's how you cast simulacrum. You need 12 hours and 1,500 gold's worth of powdered ruby.
Also,
Which is
the little gnome says, "Hey, are you guys like supporters of Meritha?
Yeah.
You should come along and just cheer in the crowd to make and look good."
Sure, we'll do that. That sounds like a good thing. Always be there for your friends.
And I'm guessing you ask about the powdered ruby shop, and they're like,
Yeah, got any? Is there a spell components shop that might sell powdered ruby, i.e., components for high level spells?
Can you use some of our star metal for that?
I mean, I could probably. It says powdered ruby in the spell specifically. I guess if Andrew would let me.
How
I
much
thought
of
that
that do
was
you even have left?
Said with the star metal.
It's very little.
Oh, okay.
What? How much of what left?
Star metal. You've used a lot of it.
Lots.
Nah.
Have we?
Still got lots left. Well, we might not, depending on how long the conversation between Via and the call center takes, because if I'm remembering rightly, she buggered off before this conversation happened, to be honest with you. Depending on how that works, we might not have a lot of star metal left.
I mean, how much star metal have you spent, James?
Lots. Let's see. I've got it recorded on our sheet. Give us a second.
Okay.
Because I put it in the Electrum slot, like I do with all alternative currencies. I put its gold's worth in that slot. The number is currently... That can't be right.
What is it?
But it says 917,000.
That doesn't make any sense.
I feel that is totally correct.
I mean, I have 90. The last when we first got it, I recorded that we had 92.2 pounds of star metal.
Wait, how much?
Yeah, but this is converted into the gold cost. No, this number that I have is converted into the gold cost, and it's 10,000 gold per pound.
Yeah.
So I might have 91,000 gold left.
Wait, that is not how much star metal is worth.
We talked about this ages ago when we first got it.
I mean, I also said that I had no idea because you brought up the amount.
Oh yeah, it's the Forgotten Realms wiki page says it's worth for 1 pound of star metal, it's worth 10,000 gold. That's where we've got the number from.
Yeah.
I feel like the amount that we have will be strongly adjusted now.
No, I mean, I've just been going with how much you've been using it for.
I mean, it costs me for divination, costing me about 750 a time, and I think I've used it about 5 or 6 times. So I've probably
You've
spent
used it a lot more than that.
It's Legend Lore, that's the expensive one, right?
Legend Lore is actually cheaper.
Then what?
Weirdly enough, than divination. It's Legend Lore is about 400. Divination costs about 750, which is really weird. How the lowest level one's cheaper.
Divination costs 25 gold.
Where is it? Not that I'll be casting it that much, right? Ah, it's the other way around.
Legend lore is about 450. Well, no, 250 that get consumed.
No,
if you
it's
need
four.
an
It's
additional
4 ivory 250 plus 4 ivory strips of 50 gold each, so that's 510. It's 450, as you said.
Yeah, but you only consume the 250. The 4 ivory strips don't get consumed.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, the divination one is 50 each. So I've probably not used a whole lot.
So we've
I think
probably
I
spent less than
I think
a pound of star metal, is what you're effectively telling me.
yes.
Okay.
How many
So yeah, we
pounds
still have loads of money left.
Well, but then when we first got it, Andrew said we had a quote Nintendo GameCube's worth, and then
Yeah,
we calculated using actual star metal density that the Nintendo GameCube's worth was like £100.
Graham, health.
Yeah. So what's happening with the speech?
Yeah, I like.
We can do Via's bit later. I'm adjusting that to 91,000 gold's worth because that sounds like it makes sense, and since I haven't been told it, but otherwise, Via's having her own thing. We'll do. Murdertha, you do your thing. I'll shut up now.
Your thing involves a lot more maths than my thing, which is the reason I'm like, I'm just gonna jump in here.
Yeah, go.
I mean,
Okay, first things first. Before
Uh-huh.
I get to the press conference, I'm gonna ask the book. Hey, book. How do you think people would like? What do you think people react the best to in our good message?
the fact it basically, how do I say this in a flowery way? Because that was too straightforward of an answer. The populace will likely respond most to the fact that you have been giving without needing to receive.
Cool. Yeah. Get there, go see the gnomes who are in charge of my publicity. Check with them which papers are in attendance.
And basically what I'm gonna do for this bit, just because it sounded like a really fun idea in my head, was once the interview or whatever thingy starts, each of you get to ask Graham as a like publication one question.
As a publication, what? Sorry.
As in, like,
Yeah, each of you gets to pretend to be one of the newspapers and ask a question you want.
yeah,
Okay.
Okay, I'm
Could be-
thinking of a question.
could be anything you want, at all.
Preferably, about the election, but like that sometimes that's not how that works out.
Yeah, you know what?
What are you going to do about the housing crisis?
So, to fix a housing crisis, right? We're gonna take everyone who owns 2 homes, and we're gonna kick them out of the home they like the least. And then at the same time, we're gonna start building more homes.
Boo!
Boo! Yay! Boo! Yay!
Because as you all know, the most good for the most people is what matters. Next question.
Yes. Yes. Kevlar Winsley-Bottom from the Sunday Express. Are you aware?
Oh, I
of...
love your coverage of the sports, Kevlar.
Thank you very much. But are you aware of the rumors that you get all of your information from an evil talking book that speaks to you in your head? What do you...
Oh, I'm aware of these terrible rumors about me, but I would like to know that as a person who's pure enough to be holding, and I hold up like the Book of Ultimate Goodness, I do feel that these people need to understand that that is not a fair thing to say about someone who has only done good for you in the entire time I have been here, and will continue to be good for the rest of the time I'm here, and hopefully continue on to being the mayor of this city.
You
Slash
see
Lord.
another reporter who is very clearly Zamla, who hasn't even shapeshifted, except for giving himself a mustache, and he just goes, will there be more mushrooms?
It will be one of the many foodstuffs that is used and brought in from the town, because it can be easily grown within town limits in a way that we can't grow many of the other foodstuffs of main choice.
I leave that all. Zamla's satisfied with that, yeah. Okay, who's next?
Were you even born in this town? And are you eligible to actually run for office?
Yes, I was not born in this town, but this is a town has a proud immigrant tradition, and as you know, there is literally nothing in the requirements for running for Lord of Neverwinter that requires you to have been born here.
Damn foreigners.
Yeah, there is
What do you
a
think-
big party of people that really don't like that Murdertha's not from here. But there are no laws against it. It just happens that all of the previous ones lived here, because that makes sense.
Yeah, this is the really right-wing newspaper.
I have come here, and the place has taken me into its heart, and I have taken the city into my heart, and feel like I've been here forever.
Peace and harmony suck. Racism forever.
Woo, racism,
I
question mark?
I like
Yeah.
I like look over
Where's
to the
that guy?
gnomes and I indicate mark that one.
And they indicate back to you, oh, you already have. We might even tell the guards about this one.
He gets shot by a sniper, and he's like, "Not that! I didn't mean that."
Yeah, but the worst part. He gets shot by a sniper and he survives. Then he's guaranteed to be the next lord. Oh. Wait, quick! Someone attempt to assassinate Murdertha.
Next question.
to make
You-
make people like him even more.
Murdertha, you hear lumens saying that in the crowd? And you're like, next question? Any other
Is he just getting dragged
questions?
away by security? Is he just getting dragged away by security now?
No, I'm not. No one's tried to assassinate me yet.
No, he just hears
Next
his friends
question.
talking
Who
about it.
still needs to ask a question?
Uh,
Is-
Okay, how can I fake
So,
assassination attempt to make you look good?
Yeah, it's just James. I think just James needs to ask you a question.
Am I in the crowd?
Yeah, you're all. I think that you're all getting to
All
ask a question
representative of
as a
brand
news publication.
political elements of the city. Yeah, I'm asking him a question.
I don't know. I can't think of one, to be honest with you.
What are you gonna do about all of those weird, like, monsters that keep showing up?
We will be creating a city defense force, which will be taking the guards that are no longer required after our prison reforms and turning them into a defense force to protect everyone in the city. This will also be a jobs program for the down and out who have learned a trade, an unsavory trade, working
Right.
in gangland violence, who will be moved on to being protectors of the city.
Where are you gonna get the money from the budget for that?
Well, I've just told you that once we've sorted out everything, the prison guard budget will go massively down, and that is the largest expenditure in this fucking city.
It's pretty high.
Okay.
I don't know how we only have a small jail. You are employing 70 people to be guards.
Actually, yeah, we send everyone up to a small tower in 10 towns.
I understand. I don't know how you've got this much payroll going out.
There's
Did the previous lord was the previous lord using this to embezzle money? I have to ask that question.
maybe.
It's just you and a man from the paper who doesn't know this answer. Like, you might have been. I don't know.
I also didn't know we were spending so much on sending people to that one prison.
Oh, the
Unlike you,
the
some of
carriage
you journalists,
costs.
I have done my. Sorry.
I was just saying, like, for your information for Murder, you would know that for the high security they use, the carriages and the transport and the people for the security, it gets very expensive.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I looked into it. No journalist seems to have ever investigated the like what happens to like prisoners. You do realize that most of them just kind of disappear.
Well, they do get taken away armored cars up north, and checking on them
Those
would involve traveling north and probably dying.
Only 15% of those armored cars actually had anyone in them.
Okay. Wow. The government sucks.
Yes, and with this reform of your government to make it more equitable for the entirety of society, rather than just for the people at the very, very top, I seek to bring harmony, unity, and love back to this town.
Ruin, why are you a better candidate than God?
Which god?
The one you're running against.
I'm not running against the god.
There's murmurs in the
He's
crowd.
sorta technically not.
Is she... Unless...
seem like
and,
There's lots of followers of that god.
There are lots of followers of my god here as well.
Yeah, but they are that person.
Yeah, but we got to remember is that a god, rather than unlike a mortal, has to split their presence over a large distance, whereas I will be entirely focused on what I can do here.
What do
Okay.
you think of the rumours that you plan to replace all work uniforms with Sonic the Hedgehog onesies?
That is a lie, a damned lie. I don't even know what this Sonic the Hedgehog is. And like
Your approval rating goes down upon saying
cut
this.
the Sonic the Hedgehog plans.
Your approval rating plummets when you say that you're not going to do this game.
Also,
Oh god.
If your policies promote prosperity for all, then what are your policies towards, or what would your reforms be to the education system in the city?
So, current
In all
education
one.
system in the city is almost non-existent.
we should have one.
That's
We
why I'm
should-
asking.
We should be teaching our children and our children's children in a communal way where everyone learns together, and that would both rich and poor, so that everyone gains the same level of opportunity within the city.
It is
And-
amazing this town thinks that teaching the alphabet and 100 of the numbers is enough.
I mean,
I will point out that most
anything.
children don't even get to learn the full alphabet in this city.
yes, but in most of this entire, like almost everywhere in the Sword Coast and the rest of the world, people are just not educated. They just do whatever their parents do.
Yeah, but there's
see,
at
I
least
feel-
one good building in this town. One small good building.
There are a couple of universities, but they're mostly for magic.
Yeah.
And like you normally already have to be good at magic before going there.
Yeah,
I'm
hence
so
why
glad
you
that
asked that question.
you're all having questions amongst each other in the crowd. I feel that we've answered everything that is of any importance. Except-
A hand raises as you're saying this.
Oh, sure. Sorry. Another question.
Give me a perception check, Murdertha. The other people can't see this person currently because it's quite a big crowd.
I was
What's
about to
this?
ask him how would you respond to the allegations of all those missing gnomes that were in town.
I mean, you still
You had
can.
something to do with it.
I was going to say something similar as well.
A lot of people start asking.
Yeah, I knew a bunch of gnomes that lived in the gnome quarter, and one of them said that the last thing they saw was a kobold who looked a lot like you kill a bunch of their friends and hang them in the street.
I don't know what you're talking about.
that-
I'm a
thank-
friend of all gnomes of Neverwinter.
Thankfully, Joseph, that would only work if we were in the previous dimension. Here, he didn't do that. He did in the other one, though.
with a different murder cause. Fine.
So, yeah, what you see, Murdertha, is a familiar figure in the crowd. You basically see them for like a second while they say this, and they say, and what of these rumors that have been going around that none of this matters because the universe is about to end? You
Lumen's like,
you
that's true. That's so true.
Murdertha, only you of the party see who it is. And it definitely looked like Lumen.
Oh, it's the other him, isn't it?
Well, I would say that world-ending threats are for heroes to solve, and we have to believe that the heroes of the world will solve this problem and move on like our lives will be normal tomorrow as they are today, because otherwise society would collapse. How many times has a dragon queen tried to destroy the universe, or some evil lich come out of nowhere? Every time they're defeated and every time life moves on.
Tiamat tried to rob my cart last week.
Why is my god not responding to my prayers?
Tiamat really is getting small time nowadays, and I'm sure if you prayed harder, your god might talk to you.
Why does Hey, why did my resurrection why does my resurrection that I paid for my daughter to get not work anymore? Can you do anything about that?
A bunch of other people do pipe up with similar things when he says that.
We have
what-
heroes
like, why
investigating. We have heroes investigating these problems. I would ask for your patience with a simple candidate for Lord.
My grandpa went into a big swirly portal, and then I got covered in bloody viscera. What's that about?
He was a great adventurer once.
Then he took a portal to the face.
Talk to my god.
I
got
feel
put
like
through a
this is
call
getting
centre.
beyond the position of my candidacy and into things that are a larger problem that we will have to. Only when someone has the powers of the Lord will they be able to actually convene the councils required to work this out.
A person does come over, from the I can't remember what, the people that don't work for you, that are like just working for the actual position, and ask if they may take the mic for a second.
Yeah, sure.
And they're like, yes, we are aware that there are many things going on, and we are sorry and trying to investigate, but do not forget, people, this is just a single town. It should not rely on this man's shoulders, or the other candidate's shoulders, should they win. They're just trying their best.
We're going to focus on making local matters better for everyone who lives here, and at the same time, there will be people out there dealing with the big problem that you're all worried about.
Someone raises their hand. Why does it hurt when I drink mercury?
Because that's poisonous and you should stop doing that.
Huh.
A lot of people take notes.
As a cleric, I would advise against drinking mercury at any time, even if you think it will fix your humors.
Well, the leeches are still good, right?
Yeah, leeches are fine.
Okay.
You gotta bleed that out every so often. Get out. You got so many ailments are
Maggots
caused by
as
you
well.
having way too much blood.
Also, what about all of the suspicious individuals who've replaced the people I love? They've all been possessed by devils, I know it.
I mean, a large number of people are possessed by devils. I will grant you that.
Thank you. This is a leader I can get
That's kind
behind.
And then, if I'm in charge, we'll root out those devils and exorcise your loved ones.
Yeah.
As a man of the cloth, I am allowed to do exorcisms.
And then the person will come back and be like, all right, that is your allotted time. Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you for coming here instead of the other one that's going on right now. And
You're holding them at the same time.
yes,
That seems stupid.
does it?
Yeah,
Sorry,
because
I'm
then-
new.
Yeah, because then Everybody
should
doesn't get to hear both sides of the story.
Ah.
Yeah, you should hold both at one place. Whoever organized this is an idiot.
Yes, they are. Shifty eyes.
Unless the candidates go to the other location now and then give their speech again.
Okay, I'm off to the other location to give my speech to the other location.
Then it would be fair, and then the other candidate comes here and gives their speech here. Then it would be a fair debate.
Please hold for the 15 minutes it will take for the other candidate to appear for you all.
At least the election isn't for another month. They might be able to get it right next time.
So, Murderthar, are you actually just gonna head over at the other one?
Yeah, I'll go head over to the other place where I meant to give a thing.
Does anyone follow?
Lumen's gonna go looking for the person who looked like Lumen or sounded like Lumen in the crowd.
You don't know that they were there.
Okay.
Who
In which case,
noticed
I will
that?
stay here for a balanced political view of the two candidates.
Did anybody notice that?
Murderthar.
I think just me. it
Because
turns
they
out.
were like on an elevated surface.
Fair enough.
I will mention that there was a second you if I pass you. Lumen.
Does he pass me,
Yeah.
Andrew?
I
In
mean,
which case,
I'd imagine there was one of the things where he's like, as he's walking off, he's doing the kisses babies, handshakes things, and then like kisses your baby, and then goes, "Oh, right, it's you."
Yeah, why were you asking me that weird question? Like in the crowd, like there was unless that wasn't you.
that was not me.
Well, they looked exactly like you,
Where
except
are
a little
they?
bit more evil.
Oh,
They were
it's
over
the
there.
other
They had
him.
like press credentials.
I'm gonna attempt to look for them. I will.
Can
I
we
will...
help Lumen?
Yeah, give me a boost.
Get on the Via's shoulders.
Yeah.
I
Have my-
can't
have my
carry
tiny
you. I'm not
servants-
that strong.
Have my tiny servants reconvened around me?
They will reconvene in a second because you're gonna get some of the same information that Murderthar's gonna get in a second.
I could fly up a little bit and look around for another Lumen
That's a good idea.
to help Lumen.
Do you need to fly, Lumen?
I mean, it would be handy in this exact moment.
I cast fly on you, Lumen.
Oh, nice. I fly up.
Look,
I
Ma!
look
It's
for
Peter
Lumen.
Pan!
Oh, wait. I cast fly on myself as well. Is somebody else there who needs flying? Because I upcasted it.
Actually, we let Meritha get to my location faster, so I guess you could also
Meritha
throw
here. I also touched Meritha and Meritha's flying.
Like, a person in the crowd hears you and raises their hand, and then you cast it on Murderthar, like, oh, never mind. It's like, I would have liked
I wanted to fly.
I want to be a bird. Yeah, so Murderthar, you get
Via flash past.
rushed off.
I cast polymorph and turn him into a
on
bird.
them.
No.
Okay.
I mean,
I
do
will
you do
rush
that?
off to my.
No, I don't.
Oh, poor guy. He would have actually been happy with that.
I only get it once per day, and I.
I'll throw polymorph on him. I'll turn him into a bird.
Oh. He comes and sits on your shoulder and like rubs up against you and then flies off into the sky.
Be careful, it only lasts an hour. Oh.
What kind of bird? A bald eagle. Grips on the shoulder.
He definitely
ow,
didn't
ow,
hear
ow,
that.
Ow!
I'm sure I'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure this guy who's always wanting to fly won't be in the sky for an hour. So-
Maybe he'll be low down and over a body of water. Or fly over a forest. It might cushion his fall.
He takes a break in an hour.
Yeah. He'll
One
get
of the
tired
people-
eventually.
Hopefully in exactly an hour.
Just tell one of the people who can fly to follow the bird. Oh my god! Stop the pigeon.
So yeah,
Wow.
Murderthar, and Newt, you will receive basically some of the same information at the same time.
Mhm.
But in a different way. Murdertha, what you will find as you are heading towards the next location is there is like panic and chaos in the streets.
Uh-huh.
And obviously, like, none of your work people, friends, colleagues, whatever, none of them know what's going on.
I will keep moving towards the location I'm meant to be, but I will keep an eye out for anything else.
Where is the chaos, roughly? Or is it everywhere?
Give me a second to zoom out on the map. Where did I put? Because I remember I picked a location for both of these.
And are we still right outside the bathhouse, or are we somewhere else in the city right now?
I mean, you're actually not that far from there, ironically. So Murdertha's one was I put it here.
Okay.
And Flower Lady's one was here.
Okay.
So it's like the area around here is in chaos. Which I guess
I'm
anyone
like trying to calm people down and walking through the crowd, being like, "Everybody, keep a head on your shoulders. We work together. We can get through anything."
The gods are dead.
I mean,
Yes.
that's probably not entirely true.
So
No.
now I can tell you, Newt. At the other interview place, like, just for the hell of it, one of your servants was walking back through that way. So they caught someone who looks very similar to Lumen there, asking some questions, and then stating that the person that was on the stage was not actually a god, and that the gods were dead, and then the person panically, like, couldn't... They tried to refute it, but they were like, I don't want to lie. And people saw, like, the moment of hesitation in them, and took that as, holy shit, it's true.
I'm becoming more like Stunya every day.
I fly over to Lumen and tell him, like, there's another you over there where the gardener lady is. And they're
How
telling
many
everybody...
leads are there?
I don't know. Stop replicating. Stop making
Maybe
babies.
Maybe the other use casting simulacrum as well.
Yeah.
They're telling everybody that all the gods are dead, and they're being all riled up about it. I don't know why.
Did I find the other Lumen that was in this crowd?
You did not.
Okay.
So should we fly over?
Yeah, I guess.
The
Flies
three of
up.
us can carry Zamla with us, right?
Yeah,
Hold
between
the
you
limb or
could.
something. Okay.
With our powers, with our noodle arms combined.
Yeah, two of you who've got fly cast on you can act like a raft, and he can sit on top. And just for safety, Via can fly ahead, holding his collar. Ahead? No, above. So, hilariously, if that's what you're going to do, you would arrive there the same time as Murdertha on foot arrived there.
But Murdertha could also fly.
Ah, true.
Sure, Murdertha can fly, but Murdertha is currently trying to calm people
Yeah.
down on the way.
That's why I was thinking you weren't flying, because you were helping.
Yeah,
Just
there's the issue
hovering.
of I've sort of like down with the people, being like trying to like talk them through what's going on, and be like, don't worry, don't panic.
You have actually successfully, like, calmed down a fair number of people. Like, no surprise, people who were, like, supporters of yours who maybe didn't know about the other one that was on, or wanted to see what the other one was saying. you know, like the people who are like, I know who I'm voting for, so I'm gonna watch the other person, so I know what to say about them is bad.
Friends, stay strong. The gods are not all dead.
Good, excellent. Do you? Wait, so some of them are dead?
Oh, I would assume some of them are dead, but that's just how gods work.
Oh, I've never really.
Like, there's always some dead gods and some alive gods, and some gods die and some gods are reborn.
Some gods are half dead.
Yeah.
What do you say is
Some
just true? Gods
some
die
gods
all
are
the
just
time.
asleep for a long time.
What was that you said, James?
Via just tries to back him up by saying he's right. Gods die all the time, and gods are born all the time.
Oh, so
So some are dead, some are alive.
by that logic, then, even if there is something, the universe should solve it. Okay, we can.
Oh,
spread,
yeah, eventually.
we can spread this information to try and calm people down.
Yeah.
And the group of people that you've calmed down, essentially like fan out and try to calm
Calm
others
other people
down. Everyone, including Bertha, once you eventually get to the point of the interview, you see what looks like the flower lady on the legs hanging off the edge of the stage, like hands in like face in hands. Give me a Arcana via.
Can I look around for the lumen?
Yes, you may.
I also want to look around for the lumen.
Via, you are pretty sure that this is the person you talked to earlier, not the actual plant lady.
Yeah, this is the quote unquote familiar that looks like.
Yeah.
Goes up to Comfort because obviously they look distraught with their faces in their hands, and just like puts like a hand on like their knee or something because like they're sat on the edge of the stage. Just like, hey, at least you were honest. You didn't lie to them.
You should have lied to them.
Oh, hello, Bertha.
Yeah, I'm just trying to calm people down. They seem to be running from here with a panic or something like that. What did you do?
It's not what I did, and points at Lumen, who is like
Floating around looking for
looking
lumen.
for Lumen. Points at him and goes, "It's what that person did. Could you not control your allies?"
I mean, he was at my press conference, so I don't know what he's talking about.
I was at his press conference twice.
To the gardener, familiar creature. There is another him running around, and they are not allied with us. That's probably who you saw.
They let out like a big sigh. But why does anyone care about riling people up for this? If there's enough bad things going on, why can't people just get along? I was not given the kind of answers to what do we do to stop the universe ending questions.
You
Oh, you got those as
advi-
well? My answers were great.
You should have had an advisor show up at the end saying, "Hey, the universe is not the responsibility of the person who runs this town."
Yeah, you should really have paid for that advisor to turn up.
I mean, an advisor tried to help, but it was when I couldn't refute the whole gods are dead thing, because I panicked for a second.
But not all gods are dead.
Hey, sometimes that's all it
There we
takes
go.
is 1 second of panic, and then that's it, game over.
Oh, no, I'm not there. I'm playing around.
I mean, you're there, but not in the conversation yet.
Yeah.
You can rejoin whenever you want. Because
Oh.
both you and Lumen don't find another Lumen, at least
Okay.
not.
They have escaped. Escaped.
That is a good question, though. Why would they just come out of here, out of their way to sabotage you, unless they actively want Murdertha in office?
I mean, they tried to sabotage me. If you saw their question get asked, then I
Yeah, they
rebuffed it.
tried to sabotage you as well.
So they
just want the
tried to
political
sabotage
system
both
to
people?
fall apart.
Yeah, they just want the most chaos, I'm guessing, because they are aligned with the things that are trying to end the universe.
They're probably trying to slow us down
Did you
from
see
making
whether
any
they had
progress.
normal hands?
Uh, uh, what?
Did
Yep.
they not raise their hands to like get attention for their?
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I will say Graham, Murderthal would have at least known that the hand that they raised to ask was normal.
Yeah.
This person was just like not even considering that as a thing.
Asked,
Sure.
I'd like go to Lumen, like, do we know which hand we're looking out for?
Isn't the hand of Vecna? I know that this is just knowledge that we might not have, isn't it? Like the
left, right?
or is it the left? The question is, would we know that, or would it be a check,
He technically,
or would we just not know?
you could do like a history check or Arcana would also work as well.
Or is it the right hand and the left eye? I can't remember.
Sure.
I will say though that no Lumen, you were not specifically told which hand it was, because I guess he thinks he's just famous.
I'm
enough.
just going to bring this. Also, I'm just going to bring this up now. I have his eye in my head, and he didn't mention it to me. 30 to remember that, by the way.
Fucking hell.
29 for me.
Like a lot.
I only got an 18.
Two
I'm
big
sorry.
numbers there. So yeah, I would say that definitely Via and Newt at least have in some way heard about it, and you would know that traditionally in all like where you come from
Left.
or any of it's the left one.
Yeah, I keep flavouring it like Via might have. Where they were like, yeah, don't do what this guy did. Just as like history class or something. And
Yeah,
she
I
just
mean,
remembers.
We
which,
already discussed that Via has learned
Yeah.
about Vecna. That's why it's so weird that they cannot recall or couldn't recall who they were.
Yeah.
And Newt has a weird Vecna database.
You have just a weird database.
You have a database full of a lot of shit. But yeah, if you, Meredith, if you're having your guards keep an eye out for this person, they should check everyone's left hand.
Okay.
Murdertha, if you talk to like some of your people, they will mention, especially after this, the town will be very much on high alert. Like more so than it was before.
Mm-hmm.
So whoever the person that is apparently coming tomorrow is shouldn't be able to get through the gates without someone noticing.
Okay. Let's calm down, everyone. It's time for you to ask me questions.
There's a
Try
lot
to
of
assert normalcy.
there's a lot of confused people, but like a couple of the ones that have calmed down are like so what's your take on like the dead gods?
Yeah, gods die all the time. Don't worry about it.
Nobody needs gods.
No,
They
gods
come
are
back to
important.
life. They
Lots of
like
them-
it's a cycle.
Yeah, it's hard
He-
for them to like
He is
die
a cleric,
down.
he would know.
As long as you still remember them, they will live on.
Yeah,
We
like
believe in science. Sorry.
Gods are science in this world.
I believe in
Yeah,
non-god
so, like-
science.
hey. So, just so you guys know, like I have a god that I work through who is very much still alive, but I know that they're currently asleep. So like at least not all gods are dead. And there is a whole cycle where gods die and come back and like rebirth, and it's like a whole thing. It's why we celebrate, like they kind of mimic the cycle of the year, right? It's why we have festivals at different times of year.
A couple of people you hear like in the crowds do like you hear mumbling of like Oh, that is true. A lot of the festivals we have venerate different gods and beings, which I suppose, yeah, if what this kobold person's saying is true, then it would, if it's like, as long as we remember them, then that would keep. And it's like that kind of conversation is like humming through
I'm like
the crowd.
looking at the person who's running against me, being like, "It's really easy to keep them calm. What were you doing?"
All I was doing was panicking, if I'm honest.
You should stop panicking.
Just stop panicking.
Like, yeah, you're meant to be someone who's in charge, and you're applying to be leading somewhere. Stop panicking under the slightest duress.
I mean, they almost go to like tell the truth about who they are, but they're like, no, that might cause more problems, because they don't know that Murdertha wouldn't just tell everyone. So so they keep up the ruse that they are that person and just like kind of shrivel and just apologize. They look very downtrodden.
You should probably just pull out of this race. 'Cause then we could certify it early and not have the problem of the date of the vote casting is the date when everything's going to go to shit.
One person in the crowd yells out, actually, Mr. Murder?
Murdertha, yeah. Last name Gnomes.
What have you considered that instead of this farce, you could just work together instead?
I've considered it, but my opponent here has been running a very nasty campaign where they've been accusing me of many things via the tabloids.
The were like, whoa, we would not do such underhanded things.
I was asked about several underhanded things that you've been putting in the tabloids to discredit me.
Maybe it was Lumen. Not
Well,
Ireland.
I didn't do it.
The other Lumen.
What the fuck, Lumen?
I wasn't even in town at that point.
We need a better name for him.
Boomin?
Notman.
Yeah, I just feel like we should have a singular leadership who has a vision and is striving for the best for everyone and is under the auspices of the greater good for all people.
And so, unless anyone else has any like silly questions, then the whole thing would just like slowly die down.
Yeah, I think dual leadership is fun.
Doesn't normally the stuff like that get sealed by marriage?
Yeah, you should get married.
Yeah, wedding.
Wedding instead of
Oh, there's now a third group of people.
Who are shipping the candidate.
Yes.
That's so
Badoon?
toxic.
So like
Via low-key tempted to join the shipwreck school.
What's their ship name though?
oh, that's a good one.
It's
Gnome flower.
Maroon. Maroon? It's Maroon 5.
So yeah, after that winds down, a few of like, well, all of the people that were working with you, Murdertha, went around and were like asking, and the current polling seems to be because of you doing a lot of extra here. Although there's some sort of weird third party thing that's cropped up, but it's kind of like you're kind of like winning and then those two are kind of even. So that's good. I'm not really sure what this other party is, but you're winning. And
We're gonna keep winning.
everyone didn't have a panic attack. Well, nearly everyone.
I'm gonna need you to start. I'm gonna go talk to the more militant members of the cult from back in the original group,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna get them to start organizing the former cut purses and brigands into a more militant second guard force, effectively ahead of schedule. This was the eventual plan, but now it's got to be stepped up a bit because things seem to be getting worse.
They will agree to do that, but they will say, we're definitely gonna need more funding because a lot of these people are gonna want paid.
I pull my chunk of my share of the star metal and pass it fucking across. That
Yeah,
should get you started.
how much of the GameCube are you giving?
I mean, there's
My
Sorry,
share.
what's it?
there's 5 of us, so you can give 20% of the GameCube away in theory.
I'll pass them 10% of a GameCube.
So Lumen, you would have to separate a bit out.
Sure.
Is that
This
not
should.
something that Via has? Is this the star metal thing?
I'm basically on the I need to fund some stuff so that we can save this city.
I assumed that
Yeah,
a bunch of us had the star metal
20%,
because I remember saying that we
You-
divided it up.
Mereditha, you receive
equal
4.5. Mereditha, you receive 4,500 gold's worth of a block of star metal.
I'm on the put this into my
Via
most
will-
trusted.
Via will use fabricate to turn it into little coins with your
Sure.
face on, and your vote, Mereditha, on the back.
I pass the people this precious metal. Be like, okay, this is about 4.5 grand. That should cover wages for a year for as many people as we can recruit.
I mean, yeah, this should be easily enough to keep people satisfied, at least until you get into power.
But yeah, I assumed we all had the star metal because I remember saying that we turned it into various bits of jewelry that was just.
Yeah, but
individual
but I've got as I said before, I've got the number on me sheet, which I then went, nah, that's had a decimal point shifted and corrected it
I
for
also
the total for
But
the
yeah,
total.
so
It should say
I-
8,700 for us now.
yeah, I pass that to the people who I'm most trusted people, and I'm like, okay, having a proper army. And then once we're in power, we can sort out the full funds.
Can you have them have an eye out for Lumen and/or somebody with a weird hand?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
giving I'll give instructions about who we're looking
Ooh.
for.
But we need to differentiate me from the other Lumen. But how are we gonna do that?
Otherwise,
the one that
Lumen
doesn't
just
look like a
gets-
Have
cat.
cat ears. Or other cat.
There are so
Parts.
many answers to this question.
Lumen just keeps getting beat up in the street. They're like, no, wrong one.
But yeah, I need to go buy ruby powder.
The
I'll
without
come with you
the
then,
fat
I've been
things,
wanting to
the
go
one
shopping.
without the fake eye, the one. What else do we have? I
Oh,
don't
may I join you two? I'd be
The one that
interested
doesn't
in
have the
getting some
weird
things as well.
puzzle. The one that.
Lumen, do you want me to try and find the other you?
I mean, sure, be nice.
Hand me his lightsaber.
All right. Just
Grabs
it
the
floats from Lumen's belt into your hand.
excellent. Scrying? Question mark.
Sure.
Using his lightsaber as the conduit that modifies the save DC.
Sure.
What would the DC be? Scrying.
And he's right behind you.
Also, Via, you take
I've met.
one lightning damage when you touch it.
Ow. Like a little electric shock.
Yeah, basically.
Look, turns to Luminous like, this thing is feisty, isn't it?
I'm trying to help it, but we need to go somewhere that's nice.
It's nice here, right?
No, it's not nice enough here.
It will be when I'm done with it.
There's a general. It needs to have like a nicer aura.
Would you say, in terms of familiarity, it would only count as I've met the target and not know the target well because of Lumen?
I would say met, yes.
Yep, so that's neutral. And I have a possession of his, which is a -4 to his. Because I have his lightsaber. So it's. He makes a. If he doesn't want to be observed, he has to make a wisdom save with a -4 penalty.
Okie dokie, give me a sec.
Or I learn his whereabouts.
This could either go well for him or awful. I'm also just double. Blah, blah, blah.
Also, I don't think I have portents for today. Have I used them? I don't think I have.
Wisdom's one of his better saving throws.
I have two. I don't think I can use portents on a scrying because I think I need to see the target.
Yeah.
So you're
I think
not
it's-
rolling, are you?
Within 30 feet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
right.
just
Oh, yeah.
rolled those so that I know what I have because I don't know what I have for today.
You said wisdom save, right?
Wisdom, yes.
He should be
Wheezy.
pretty good at those. He does have a -4 to the roll, which is nice.
Yeah, he has a -4 to it.
And what was the to beat?
It
Via spell save DC,
is
which I think will be like a
17.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And I don't think he has anything special that helps for this specific thing. Okay. I just need a sec. The spell does succeed. I just need a second to think of like the exact what you're going to see, because it's technically a lot.
You see him in the bathtub.
Ah!
What the
My
hell is
eyes
this?
can't
Oh
claw
God!
them out fast enough. Can't claw my eyes out fast enough. Ends the attunement to the evil eye and dies.
Oh, thank goodness.
What did you see?
The sweet embrace of death.
Just Via's corpse. Oh, what did we see?
I guess we best not do that again. Okay, so invisible sensor within 10 feet of the target. Yeah, okay. I was just trying because yes, there's obviously shenanigans going on with like him being in multiple places. And I'm just trying to remember exactly where the original was. But upsettingly for him, he only got a 90 in, and then like the +4
Minus the 4.
Yeah.
So it becomes a 15.
Yes.
Which is lower than 17.
Okay, so you're going to actually see something quite shocking. This town, you might recognize it. You ever been to Phandelver?
Yeah.
He's there.
There's some very familiar buildings you're seeing around. And have you ever seen these things, the like real squid faced? What they called? Mind flayers.
Mind flayers.
You can see him chatting to one of them while people are being dragged out of their houses.
So what do you see, Via?
And you
I'm letting
basically
the DM finish.
you basically get to see this for a few moments, and then your thing is noticed and dispelled.
Via looks very grim. You know how come you mentioned that we have to go back to Phandalin? Because Steve 2 or Steve 3, however you're calling him, notified you of that.
Yeah.
The other you has gone back to Phandalin and turned it into Mind Flayer Central.
We really need to-
Everyone that we knew there, I take it they were being forced to undergo Saramorphosis.
No, they were being, like, you couldn't see where, but they were being dragged off. Or, like, you know, the mind blast thing, unconscious, and then taken.
I assume
They're being kidnapped somewhere.
they're being kidnapped. I assume that they're going to get tadpoled.
Or sacrificed for big evil ritual.
Both are good.
Well, one of them means they'll live a bit longer.
So
We need to
back.
get back to Phandalin.
What about the hand?
Yeah, we do also need that hand. I do have a plan. If we can find a shop that sells a teleportation scroll, then we can teleport back there.
They're kind of rare.
They are, but it's worth a look at least.
Mm-hmm. I could try opening a portal there. Since we, by the way, looks at you as Shahan's lightsaber, but my divinations don't work. So if portal magic seems to be the only thing I can do, I could try opening an arcane gate there to get us there
Good.
faster.
Did we say the fish could get us back if we know a circle here?
I can't remember what we discussed with that, but.
Well, do you mean the wish fish,
Yeah.
the floating, like they could cast like. No,
Oh, yeah,
they
it can
can't
do
use word of recall, can they?
It can do teleportation circle because it can do a 6th level spell or lower, but it can't. We can't teleport there unless we know sigils for that teleportation circle.
I mean,
and technically
we
the
could
the
note
only
down the ones that are in.
I think you were you
I
might have
could
been
note
about
down-
to mention the one I was going to mention. Go ahead.
I could note down the circles that the sigils on the teleportation circle in Saloon's office. Say, add it to my star map,
Yes,
and then
that,
we could
yeah.
use that to get back here. But that doesn't get us to Phandalin, though.
No, but I
Yeah.
just thought it would be at least a way to get back here quickly if the hand guy is sighted.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, we can do that to get back here quickly. I was also thinking about looking for a scroll of teleportation circle, since they're a bit more common than teleport.
Well,
Well-
whatever we do, we should do it on the way.
Okay,
I think
so we've got two objectives to defeat. We need to get the guy with the hand who's going to be here tomorrow, and we've got to get to Vandalin to stop that. Okay, I'm going to take Team Hand.
I guess I have to by default be on team hand.
Okay, I think the two of us together could take a guy with a hand. The rest of you go stop the mind flayers.
That
Yeah,
seems...
Via's looking at her father's pages of his spellbook, remembering how she opened a portal to the Feywild with it, and is contemplating whether she can do the same thing again, except to go to Phandalin instead.
Yeah. Is the simulacrum of Saloon still here?
it's not a simulacrum, but yes,
Oh, sorry, the avatar.
yes. Well, no,
Yeah,
the
Empowered
avatar. The
familiar.
avatar is still secreted away inside of the spa. The familiar.
duplicate that they made.
Yes, the
Yeah,
familiar or whatever it is there with you, or at least nearby.
I will ask them. Do you have any like teleportation scrolls or? In fact, there must be a like scroll or some record of like teleportation circle in the tower, right?
I mean,
Because there is a teleportation circle at the base of the tower.
that makes sense. If we go fight, do you know where points itself? You know, like gesturing,
I know where-
gesturing to VR as well. Like,
Yeah, they're having a nap in the tavern.
okay, they should be able to teleport you.
Okay. So we deal with this hand thing first, wait for them to wake up, and then get them to teleport us there.
If we wait for dealing with the hand thing, Phandelver might be completely stripped bare of people.
In which
That's
case,
that isn't that what I use there is not a divination of what's happening in the future. It's happening now. That's what
Yeah.
the other you is doing now. It
which
doesn't
case-
take a day to empty a town as small as Phandelver of all its people when you've got an army of mind flayers to do it.
yeah, but they're unconscious now, so they can't teleport us.
And it will take us a day to get there anyway. Right?
Yeah. Like, either way, we're gonna have to probably wait for them to wake up first before we can do anything. I mean, we can check the local magic item shops and stuff to see if they do happen to sell
Yes.
scrolls that would be exceedingly convenient. But assuming
There
they
was
don't,
me hoping for till therapy, a bit of a break from the whole the universe is ending angst. But no, we kind of are doing it to hope to find a thing that can genuinely help us get there quickly.
so
Yeah, let's go.
let's go to the shops.
Shopping.
Shopping.
Yeah, we were gonna attempt to buy. I needed powdered ruby anyway.
Sure. So everyone pops off to the shops.
But my
Finds an arcanist's place.
So you would actually find like a building that looks very looks like a wizard built this place, which is in pretty good condition. You would assume maybe like they'd had magical things in place for when all of the bad stuff happened. So
Oh yeah, I will mention to everyone. I did find out the what if of this universe. That was one thing that did slip my mind. This is the what if universe where the mind flayers win. So we've got to prevent that from occurring.
Yeah, I think we got that from the future thingy.
I mean, yeah, I know it was obvious, but I just thought I would specifically.
So we're already on the back foot fighting against fate itself.
Yes. We're battling fate.
Looks at the Christmas orb. Could
Who's
just
fate?
go home.
you know,
It's a nebulous concept that like events in the future are fixed.
That seems silly.
That is silly. That is the antithesis of everything I was ever taught about divinations and seeing the future and fate. That you can change it. However, this universe evidently doesn't work on that same logic.
I mean,
Well, you can change fate. This is just that is what is fated to occur to this universe, but you can change it. It's possible to enact change. It's just difficult.
The fate is just the most likely outcome at the current moment.
yeah, it is the
seemingly.
unchanged outcome, or if unchanged.
If we external forces not from this universe did not arrive, then errors would occur.
Goes into shop.
Ah.
So, yeah.
What was the voice from Bombs? You want bombs? Yeah, there's a big jolly man with a big round belly who greets you. Welcome,
have
welcome.
Do you have any means of getting from here to Phandelver insanely quickly?
Oh, I
Thanks.
have many things. I have this. Points at like a horse with a lightning bolt painted on the side of it. Very fast.
I need like Same
We need
day, ideally.
teleportation. We need teleportation. If you have anything like that.
Oh, you need specific spell. You see him doing like the rubbing his fingers together. Think of like, oh, very pricey this time of year.
We have currency. If it's available.
Also, do you have 1,500 gold's worth of powdered ruby?
Maybe do. I have to check. You want teleport?
Yes.
Just so happens, I think I have one of those in stock.
Oh, great.
Sadly, it's very rare. Very rare. So I would not... A family heirloom, in fact. No less than 75,000.
Jesus Christ. That's a lot of money.
You
But
would...
it's probably...
Go on.
It's
Does he
a
show
lot
the
of...
scroll?
He
Hello,
does
good
not.
shopkeep.
Hello, little kobold.
Oh yeah, that
So,
reminds me. Murder
How much value would it have to you to become the official shop of Neverwinter? The big tourist attraction, the place that all of the tourist information pushes people towards.
I'm listening.
How much would that be worth to you?
It would be enjoyable. You see that he has taken an interest in what you're saying. But he's like trying to not make it obvious or anything. That it's like, ooh.
Trying to be coy.
Yeah.
I
On the side,
unfurl.
Newt is just searching through all the stuff that he has on display. He got instantly distracted.
I unfurl a pre-written contract by my my gnome advisors for just such an occasion, and I'm like, I have a contract here that if we both sign our names on, assuming I win this election, which I am far out in the lead, would make you one of the major tourist attractions in terms of like shopping in the city. And would change our pamphlets to like name you. You could have a royal, like a lordly seal here. All you need to do is, pass over one scroll, and you're set for life.
Oh yeah, Murdertha, by the way, the general goods store near your territory would like you to visit because they really like you.
Oh, cool, I will do.
Murdertha, can you give me an advantage persuasion?
Oh man, I'm so bad at these.
Oh, good.
I did this as a thing. I was like really hoping anyone who's good at persuasion would step in at some point.
And everyone was like, wow, Murdertha's doing such a good job. Let's sit and let's watch them do their magic.
I mean, I have -1, so I don't think I would help much.
Did anyone have guidance? Yeah, I'll guide myself.
No, I
Does
can-
anyone have
I
guidance?
can-
Oh yeah,
I was
me.
gonna
I'll-
say I can
I
give
flash
a
him.
guidance.
Yeah,
I flash him.
You
Okay, thank you
what?
for the flash.
it's 16.
What's your flash burst? Plus?
5.
Yeah, it's 16.
Okay.
5 nipples.
What?
That's how many nipples Newt has.
Fair enough.
He didn't know how many he should have, so he just gave himself 5.
Yeah, he glued 5 on. He's like, yeah, that seems right.
Prime numbers are good numbers.
Graham, the man like puts his massive arm by comparison around Murdertha's shoulder, and like takes him in close and is like, "Look, I am a businessman. I need, how you say, a little insurance. How
Mm-hmm.
do you have something of value that I could hold on to until you become, as you say, what? Oh yes, I have seen you on the posters. I've become French suddenly.
What if we also throw in that we'll give you credit for saving Phandelver from the mind flayers that are currently attacking it?
I know not of this. My only credit is credit. Why,
Okay,
I've become Waddle.
Mind tricks don't work on me. Only money.
I remove my Wellington boots.
What are
These things are very magical.
what are these?
They are they are wellies of gnome kicking.
Oh, that's weird. Would you allow him? He says it would take like 5 minutes to analyze them.
Sure.
So, yeah, like in character, talk about amongst yourselves while he is like doing a different kind of identify, but basically doing identify. Oh, wait,
Yeah, I'm really sorry, guys. That's not very charismatic, but I'm trying my hardest to help you out here.
Yeah, I wish I could have thought of something to like basically like have an okay persuasion mod, but just couldn't. Think conversation moved along. If he's doing that, Via would like cast her eyes around the room to see if there's like any scrolls that she can go through and like any other
I mean,
scrolls like lower level.
yeah, the only scrolls that you would see that are like out would be like cantrips and first levels. Anything that's worth more, he keeps
which we already have.
behind the shelf.
It's gonna take 14 hours to copy this spell into a spell book.
Yeah, no, you're not doing that. We're just casting.
Yeah, I know. We're just I'll just grab it and cast it.
It's so much of a waste.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to
but...
make it one-time use. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's
if we can get it for an okay price.
It is more important to get there than to have it whenever we need it. Because we really need it now.
Lumen, can you give me an advantage arcana?
Sure.
As you may notice something.
20.
Okay. Have you got written on your sheet which spells you took for this level up?
Yes.
Okay, I need to double check. Oh god, why is my page at 80%? That's weird.
I took Blue Veil and Simulacra.
Oh, okay, that makes it quicker than me looking for the sheet. Yeah, so you like look while everyone's chatting, you like look over and look at the guys, like, yeah, cast an identify and looking it over. You see like him, like his eyes go wide of like, and then he gets like a specific eyeglass out, and you see him sort of casting arcane sigils, and then like as if you were going to cast a spell and then stopping it. You would basically like generally recognize that it was the start of the blue veil spell.
Okay.
And after that, you'd be like, my friend, you got yourself a deal.
Okay.
I will mention this to my party members that he began casting the Blue Veil spell.
Hey, could you bring us that thing that we need really quickly, because we need to go and save a bunch of people?
But first, signy.
Yeah, but you need to bring your thing first, and then we'll sign it once it's here, so that both of our items are on show.
But of course, smart man.
Veer would chime in because of what Lumen said and be like, also that points at the boots. That's a deposit. That is a. I just want to stress that is a deposit. It is not to be used for anything that is their intended purpose or anything that they enable. They're purely being handed to you only for monetary purposes.
This is only in case this wonderful person doesn't make it into office. Is very fair. Scout's
and you check
honor.
on them.
He looks at you, sees what race you are, and says, "No, I would not shake on that."
I mean, he sees I'm a bird. He doesn't know I'm a fae.
No, he doesn't know you're a fae, but he knows that a lot of the like animal species do have fae like
Vibes.
yeah. And it's just the mention of shake hands, and he's like, I think I'll not, thanks.
Don't trust her. She's a fake.
Look. Says the changeling. Throw me under the bus. Also looks at the rest of the party. What do you think? What do you think, boys?
I mean, yeah, I think we do this because we could save their lives now. It will be a massive waste of a spell scroll of that level. God, I would like to copy it, but we just do not have the time. We've got to save people first.
How much did it cost again?
He was going to ask for 75k, but with this deal, he'll hand it over.
Yes.
No,
Is that right?
Yeah. So you see him get down like a big ornate box. He opens it and carefully takes. You know how you see like the Superman volume number 1,
Yeah.
like a PSA graded. He takes that out and then quickly seals it back up again, and shows you the PSA graded spell scroll of teleport.
And then we just start eating it like Homer did in The Simpsons.
Yeah. And then
No,
everyone
stop trying to eat it.
and everyone hates you.
Did I find anything interesting in the thing while that was happening? That was on
Did I
display.
find 1,500 gold worth of dusted ruby?
Ah, well, I forgot about you, Ruby boy. I do have a magical ruby which you could grind down.
We
How
could
much is it?
fabricate it into the dust.
It's not much. It's only 10k.
That's a lot.
Is that the Ruby of the War Mage or something?
You don't know. He just
Okay.
said it's a
What-
magical ruby.
What magical property does it have?
Why does it matter? You want ruby?
Also, grinding down a magical ruby is quite difficult.
It is.
Yeah, like I said, we'd probably have to use magic for it.
You
Ah,
would probably need
I-
to use
I-
high-level magic to break a magical ruby.
I'd include free pumice. Magical pumice.
Okay. Right.
Do we have a deal?
I'm definitely not going to get another chance to buy things. Yeah, sure.
And do you get out your many Murdertha coins? I know that's not
Yeah.
what yous have them as, but yeah, he has
I had him a
10k.
bracelet.
Oh,
But
very
Sure.
fashionable.
I'll
buy a
lock
ruby that you don't know what
10k.
What it does.
off
for
of
I mean, I
$10K.
can
funds.
I know.
All right, now let's
I can
look.
identify it later. Maybe
Uh,
it'll be really valuable.
Was there anything
Yeah, but
else
you
interesting in the
still
the
need to turn
display?
it into. You still need to turn a chunk of it into dust.
I know.
What do you mean by interesting? For Newt.
Well, you could always get him with stuff like what are they called for artificers? The spellcasting ones, the all-purpose tools. But apart from that,
If you were to ask about something like an all-purpose tool, the guy would be like, "Oh, we don't have many artificers come in, but we have some of that stuff."
which ones?
What do you want? We have
Lesser, middle, and higher.
yes, we have 3 kinds of sonic screwdriver in stock.
Oh,
It's essentially what
nice.
they are.
How much are each? Is each?
Okay, so it would be about 3,000 for the first one, about 15 for the second, and just a casual 60 for the bigger one.
What's my share from the stuff?
It's like, I don't know what money is. What do I have?
Well, if we're pulling from the one block, if we're
times
pulling
10
from the one block, divided
18,000.
by 5 of
Yeah,
work, you have about 15k of a share.
Yay! Do you have bags of holding?
You say bags.
Well, I want one, but you might have multiple.
Yes, we do. Sorry, I had a bad experience with previous customer.
Did they escape by putting bags inside bags?
They didn't escape, but they caused chaos. He points above, like, the door frame, and you can see there's an arcane sigil above the door frame. Door frame. I have that just in case.
How much is a bag of holding?
For a good friend like you? How about this? I play game with you. You like game?
Okay. I don't know, I've never played game.
Bag of holding, very expensive. Very rare.
No, they're not.
No, it's not.
Really not.
Very rare.
And they're not expensive either.
Quite a simple design.
No, normally, we would sell them for, say, 2,000. But if you want to play a fun game, I could maybe take 10% off. No. I put it down to 200.
What's the fun game?
He brings out like God, that sounds like a terrible idea. A suitcase with bags in it. Yeah, but yeah, like he lifts the lid and there's like a bunch of identical looking bags, and he's like, "You put hand in magic bag. If right one, you win discount."
If wrong, you lose your hand.
Hey, this guy knows.
Am I allowed to... What am I allowed to do?
You're allowed. He would basically say like you're not allowed to interact with it, but you're allowed to like look, discuss with your friends, that sort of thing.
Well, this is
Can I
happening.
Could my
taste the
friend...
air above
Yeah, I
it?
was about to say, can my friend lick near the bag?
I would rather you didn't.
Why not?
Andrew, while this is happening, I'm gonna quickly nip over to, because this is important for us getting back here. I'm gonna nip over to the base of Floaty Ladies Tower because we are nearby still, I assume, right?
Yeah,
And copy the sigils for that.
sure. You do
Sorry.
your exchange, and then you're like, I'm gonna go quickly do this, write the sigil. I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
I mean,
Just
Via
because-
wants to do that as well because, I mean, she'll come with you because she's like, this guy doesn't trust me anyway.
Oh yeah,
and
that'll take like almost no time with the two of you there.
then we'll head straight back. we'll probably cast spell once we get back to teleport.
With a combination of tasting the air around them potentially and my knowledge of arcane of magical bags or magical items in general, can I try to identify which ones are good ones and which ones are not good ones?
Giving it an advantage arcana. Your tongue actually does help a lot with this. So you're not allowed to like go up and lick them, but you know that magic is like a nice
Emanate.
smelly cheese. A magic item is. And it wafts.
I also flash myself,
Oh,
so it's a 32, please.
nice.
I
You,
look at my 5 nipples.
you can, like, they are upsettingly so, like, imperceptibly different. But you can taste in the air, like, big concentrations, and there's, like, one, if you think of it as, like, there's, like, three bags and then 3 bags, so there's, like, 6 in total.
Yeah.
It's like a horseshoe, where there's, like, a gap of magic, and you would assume, because, yeah, I would say that Newt would understand what a bag of devouring is, like, at its base. You would understand that thing a lot magic more than normal bag.
But the devouring ones are more magical than the non-devouring ones.
Yes.
And there's only one.
There's
There's
only...
a horseshoe of more magic, and there's one that is less magic.
Correct.
Then he'll do a bit of a theatrical, almost going for a wrong one, and then he takes the one with the less magic.
You can see as you put your hand towards one of the wrong ones, his eyes widen, and, like, you can almost... You get a weird sense of, like, you, like, tasting the magic, of, like, the bag's excited that your hand's getting close, and then you snatch the correct one. And everyone's disappointed. All of that, the hungry bags, and... Ah! Well done, my friend. You can see that he's, like, a bit disappointed. So...
I'll feed each of the other bags a gold coin each.
Oh, that is very generous of you. After seeing you do that, because he kind of does treat them a bit like pets. He takes you to one side to, like, set up the deal, and he's like, just between you and me, it's only fun game. I return hand after. But I like you. So
thank you.
I will give you the discount of 200, and you are interesting to me. If you come back in the future, I might have work for you.
If there's a future, I will be back.
That is very fair.
So did you say
sorry.
the bag is 200, right?
Yes.
Okay. And the +2 pool was what, 1,500? Yeah, 15,000.
15,000, yes.
Which would basically be my share of the standard.
He says after you, like, finalize the purchase for the bag.
Yeah.
Let me just double check. What was it? Multi or tool? All-purpose tool, not multi-purpose. It's a rare, so it'll be that much. He would say, because I like you, I knocked down to 5,000.
Oh wow, yeah, I'll take that. Has no idea if that's reasonable now.
Out of character, he is, like, massively overcharging on everything. 5,000.
I mean, yeah, we've clicked onto that. Yeah.
5,000 is, like, the max a rare should cost on, like, the averages. 15 is, like, 3 times as much. But
Yeah.
because he actually likes you, he's at least knocked it down to a correct price.
I was going to say, like, a minute ago, while Via and Lumen are, like, copying down these sigils, Via would be like, if he has a school of teleport, maybe he has some of those manuals that, help you get good at skills and things.
Oh, I was actually
But,
going to ask about that.
but judging by, again, this is when we're in the other building, scribbling down in Vias' chin wagging, and Luminous is like, but considering what he's charging for everything, it'll probably cost us our souls for one book.
Nah, your soul not worth enough.
I mean,
Screw you!
Gold
What do
coin's
you
worth
know about the value of a soul?
Could 300 gold, so yeah.
Could Zamla come forward for a minute?
Yeah, sure.
And I'm actually looking for a number of magic items. If you would be interested.
Oh, well, what are you looking for, friend?
Well, for starters, and I just get out a little sticky note. Do you have a deck of many things?
What I think to ask a shopkeep.
You see like a smirk on his face, and it's like, why are you looking for that?
I want a deck of many things.
Also, we should have been able to argue him down for the spell scroll so easily. Teleportation doesn't even work for like most people. Everyone else would die if it was.
Yeah.
It's Lumen, I know, but some shopkeepers be like that.
So
Some shopkeepers just put a
again,
massive premium on.
out of character, the top end for a very rare is 50k. He charged you 75, and scrolls should
And
cost
it's
half.
Yeah, because they're consumable.
Yeah, so you sort of get an idea of how much he's upscaling everything.
He's charged us to essentially triple. So like one of those books, like the Tome of Intellect, would be like what, fucking at least 50 grand off this guy.
Maybe you wouldn't know unless you asked him.
So I asked.
I mean, I'm just
him-
spitballing.
Yeah.
Sorry, Zamla, you go via and Lumen.
So like I asked him that, Andrew, because I'd like a deck of many things.
Well, I don't think you have the money to buy such a thing. Oh,
How
God.
much is it?
I just realized how much this is killing my throat. But I like this voice. It's Wado.
How much?
I mean, the deck itself has no perceivable price.
But you do have one, do you?
I have something similar.
Is it a deck of wonders?
He looks you up and down and is like, how much are you willing to spend?
Do I have a share of the loot, or
Yeah, I mean, if you want to take a share of the loot, you're
what's my-
again, as was said with we did the maths for Newt, it'll be about 15k.
for me?
Yeah.
Did you say? Would
Yeah.
5,000 gold pieces suffice?
How about a little more? Spice it up?
6,000 or 7,000. Sevens are very lovely numbers.
Yeah, 7 is a lucky number. How about
Okay, then.
this? You wait here. I finish the deals with your friends, and then I take you to the special room.
Very well, but a very quick list. Do you have a Rod of Wonders?
In his pen.
Currently, only Rod of Wonder we have is a broken one. Needs repair.
Very well. One more. How many portable hurls do you have?
Something your mother joke. Ha ha ha. Is joke.
So none.
We have, I believe, one because someone came through and bought a bunch.
How much?
Give me a seckie.
Newt is on the side just stuffing all his possessions into his bag of holding.
he probably would have overheard the conversation before and been like, "How about this? Portable hole and little something special. 15K."
I don't have that much. I'm sorry, but I'll still go for the Wonders deck.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
So, Graham, do you do the whole signy over thing?
Yep.
Okay, he hands over the scroll to you, and then
I pass the scroll to the people that I've got it for.
didn't realize they aren't here, and then
I
they
mean,
rush in the
like,
door.
I was going to
And
say,
then I
we'd probably come
notify.
back.
I'm gonna have to go notify the gnomes of this deal having been struck.
Grab scroll. We need to go now though because they're being attacked now. So,
Don't
we'll
worry,
teleport back. as soon as
your
we
friend
finish.
will be back in a second. As you see, your weird sheep friend be led into a dark room.
We really need them now. Now is the time we need to go.
Quickly, everybody run away from Zamla, leave him there forever.
Also, Andrew, because we can end it with Andrew rolling a D100 to see if we end up in the right place or not.
Yeah, I'm going to do that, but the more fun thing is, so yeah, Zamla, you have you're in a weird room which doesn't match the aesthetic of where you were, and there's just on the table is a deck of cards.
Oh.
You may draw up to 2 times. And I can guarantee that if something bad happens, I can stop it. But only up to 2. Any more than that, and fate is your own making.
I draw 2 cards.
Yee. 1, 2. First one is not good.
Oh well.
Where is list long? Oh yeah, I can hover over it. You draw a card, the first card, and it looks like a man behind a chained fence. A chained door. A prisoner. You've drawn the prisoner card, and you momentarily start like being bound in magical chains, and then you see you more hear the person snap his fingers, and the chains just sort of like melt away.
Fucking who needs gods in this universe when we've got this one shopkeep? He can say no to the deck of many.
There is a reason for this, but
this shopkeep is secretly the chaos god who made it. He's just in hiding, or at least their avatar.
Then you
Fan theory.
You draw another card, and it's the jester. I will have to think of what you get in exchange of the 10,000 experience, but you will definitely get something. But you also get the
Level
opportunity.
1 in all character classes.
That is
That would be a
that is
privilege.
pretty funny. You know what? Yeah, fuck it. I like that a lot.
My god. He's technically now what? This is like 12 classes now, right? 13?
Quite high level.
So technically he just became
Level 25.
yeah,
He's
level
got 12 more.
25.
And
Damn.
he tells you that you have drawn a very lucky card. You can draw another 2 beyond your declared.
When do I get my deck of wonders?
No, you are paying for this. You want
Um,
you only want deck of wonders?
Okay, then I draw 2 more cards.
Oh my god, the fucking this table thing, like 67 to 100, roll again. So I got roll again, roll again, roll again, roll again, roll again.
And he did say he will only protect him for the
Somehow
first.
Zamala is trolling the DM unintentionally.
And yes, that is actually accurate, Christian. Yeah, the first thing, you draw a card that has a picture of a beholder on it. And you hear him speak to you in your mind and say, "Ah, you're lucky. You can now speak into the minds of others." You gain 90 feet telepathy. For the second one, you draw what looks like a weird puzzle box. Roll me a d4. 2. Okay. Your intelligence score is permanently reduced by 3.
Not much loss.
And ironically, you can draw another card if you wish.
I draw it.
Keep getting all of the cards that, like, you can draw one more.
He just goes infinite.
Okay, that is actually hilarious. So I'm gonna roll for that one. You got a good thing, but it's a hilarious good thing after everything you just went through. Yeah, so you feel like a magical flurry inside of yourself. And he's like, "Oh, very good. Do you know the spell Gate?
I am aware of it.
You can
You know
now
the
cast
one-
it twice."
Oh, well, that just solved our whole problem, actually.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Fucking-
I mean, we get to keep the scroll.
Yeah, I guess.
Anything else?
That'd be nice to copy it down at least.
Well, no, that is the most you for what you paid. You did pretty well, actually.
Oh. And how much did I pay again? 7,000 it was?
Yes. Which
Okay, so
you go to
do
look
I, like...
you go to look for the 7,000 and it's just not there, as if it's
And
like already
how
been
does-
taken.
How does the level 1 in each class work? Like...
I mean, you're very...
We'll
It's
discuss
just
that.
edit
Do I
multi-class.
Do I just drag and drop level 1 classes into my sheet or something now?
I'll let you know after session, because it's not the same as like getting a level up for each of them.
Yeah, you won't get your proficiency bonus up.
Yeah.
Okay then.
So much
ooh.
HP. Yes, so
Ooh,
much.
Actually, Andrew,
Uh-huh.
I pay him 7,000 more.
Ooh. He offers you a handshake.
For what?
He just offers you a handshake in exchange as a thank you.
Wait, did he give a handshake before?
No.
I just shake his hand, I guess.
You feel like a slight burn for a second. And then
Smile.
like you don't notice anything immediately. You'll notice something once you go out into actual daylight again.
Okay.
So
He turned you into a vampire and then you burn.
dead.
Oh, how
Alright, we do need the scroll again. So do
I don't see how the scroll would fix that. He's just fucking dead.
so do you leave after that then?
do I get to draw the 2 cards?
I mean you drew a lot of cards.
Yeah, but I paid 7,000 to draw cards again.
Oh, that yeah.
Oh, that wasn't clear.
That was not clear. That that to him was just like a little gift.
So yes or no?
He's a bit saddened
Either
that
that or I never shook his hand because, like, I thought that was part of the whole, like, deal of getting, like, an extra 2 draws.
he will let you draw one more time.
Okay, I draw then.
Scrolls back up. Roll again. Roll again. Tree. Ah, you get a card with a lovely tree on it. Your skin immediately starts becoming rough and like barky. Woof woof.
Oh yeah.
Your AC
Oh,
is
yeah,
now
I know that.
15 plus Dex. While you're not
So
wearing
nothing
armor.
changes there.
And you are vulnerable to fire.
That's maybe not so good.
Cool.
I should be careful with throwing my fire around then.
Cool.
Okay.
And then like for everyone else, like literally a second after they've walked in, Zamla walks back out.
Yes.
Where have you been?
Oh, I was just drawing cards from a deck of many things, and then he shook my hand. I'm fairly certain that he's a devil in disguise.
Almost
wait,
likely.
Wait, hang on. You have a deck of many?
He didn't.
Well, he let me draw for 7,000 gold.
Via like peeks at him with. Via takes a little peek at him with the eye that gives true sight.
This is the Andrew's deciding whether he is actually something incredibly weird or not.
I know what he is.
Yeah.
I'm just deciding if / what VR would say. You don't say anything weird about him, but you feel, you know, that weird feeling of like, oh, I suddenly like feel naked.
Snaps the eye patch back on again. It's just like,
and
don't
he
like
just
that.
like winks at you.
Hello?
Pray tell, how much did my companion exchange for some drawers of that thing?
Oh, just 14k basically. I thought 7 was gift, but you know, it's fine.
Come on, let's go. Dragging
Yes.
you away from the deck that will definitely kill you when you draw from it.
Yeah, Via's like, next time I'm in this town, I'm coming back.
Come on.
Oh, your friends are
I know.
always welcome.
Leans in through the door, like getting dragged out, leads into and try and get a hold of some tomes that boost your intelligence.
Now, really
Gets pulled out the door.
Zamla, you mentioned that you can cascade twice.
We
Yeah,
best
would
get out of
ask-
here and cast this teleport scroll that we got. This thing that we
Via
that we
would
went
be
through
like-
so much time to get.
Via
Oh,
would,
there's no-
would ask, what did you get from that deck then?
The user.
No time. Let's get teleporting.
I'm
Oh.
over a tree. I can cascade.
You're
I
s-
have a.
you're-
You can what?
substantial
You're a bit
boost in
stupider.
abilities. You know, usually
Wait, you can what?
I see no distance.
Alright, get us
Oh.
there.
I'm party. Oh wait a minute! I forgot something back in the shop. Let me just cast gate and I'll go back there.
That's
No,
you.
cast it to get us to Phandelver.
I'm
Come
fucking
on.
with you all. I create the gate to Phandelver like they want.
Yeah. You create a perfectly nice, not dangerous at all. Although the colour's a bit off of this gate, it still just seems to be absolutely
But I
fine.
mishear it, and instead of going to Phandelver, we go to Fannylin, the arse dimension, where everything is a bum.
And then you have to use the other
Not
gate
what
to
that word
quickly
means.
leave. So, yeah.
Anyway, to Phandelver.
Brilliant. Just for
Next
fun, who would have been casting the scroll?
I guess I would.
Roll me the D100 just to see how it would have went. Oh wait, no, it's me that rolls it.
It is you that rolls it.
Okay. Well, I got a 59. Familiarity.
We are quite familiar with Phandelver. We've
Yeah.
been there a few times.
So that would be very familiar. And
We'd arrive. Basically.
no, that's fine. You would.
Yeah, we'd arrive accurately
Yeah.
if it did occur. Luckily, we got those gates.
Yes. So you just casually cast a 9th level spell. You walk through the gate, and the town is eerily quiet, and you see, a weirdly similar scene to previously. There's a mind flayer sitting on a throne, maybe made of viscera. It's not very nice. And standing to his side is your friend, but not so much cat.
Okay.
And that's when we will start next time.
Yes. Good job.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Hello.
Good
Bye.
night.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Hey Joseph.
Yeah?
What's that one Daedric